The importance of Black History Month is not always just looking back at our history. But I think at this point in time, in 2022, it's also important for us to continue looking forward. I'm Channing Curtis, an anchor on Up With KREM. Let's talk. I grew up in a predominantly white area in Dallas. I remember in elementary school, I was one of a handful of Black kids. I remember there being one other Black kid in my school that was a grade ahead of me, but that was pretty much it. And it wasn't until I got to about middle school when my mom moved to a more mixed neighborhood that I realized, I was like, oh, wow, that was weird. Or wow, some of those things that people were saying to me, oh, it's a little rude. As an adult, I think you're more aware of it, of course. I mean, the number of times that you've, at least for me, that I've either been called it, seen it written down, the N-word, the amount of times that I have been called every name in the book. I mean, I don't know if you ever get used to it, but at some point you get numb to it. Even here in Spokane, I mean, the number of times, like I've been out places where I've definitely been discriminated against. Like when I first moved here, me and two of my girlfriends were out somewhere getting ready to go, what we thought was go have a good night. And we weren't allowed in this place because they said they were full for the evening. But they had plenty of tables and they let in the group right behind us that didn't have a reservation or anything. So yeah, that one was a real good wake-up call, for Spokane at least. Even just a couple of weeks ago, I was out in a bar area and the group that I was with, they were all ordering drinks and I think I ordered like a Coke or something like that. And bartender immediately cards me. And I was like, well, why are you carding me? I'm not getting a drink. And they were like, oh, well, you have to be 21 to sit in the bar area. I was like, no, I get that, but why aren't you asking them for their ID? Everybody else I was with was white, the only Black person. So I'm like, you get offended by that, but then it's also weird too because you get offended by it, but then trying to explain to your white counterparts why that's offensive is also a hard thing. I'm like, no, he's singling me out because I'm the Black person. Not only am I the Black person in this group, I'm the Black person in this room. I'm probably the Black person on this block. Being a Black person in news, a news anchor, it also carries its own weight because again, you're the person that people see, that people associate with a news station, and you're a spokesperson for your community. And often what that entails is being the Black spokesperson. The amount of times that I have told that I was not going to get a job because I was a Black woman. The amount of times that I have been told I couldn't sit on the anchor desk because there was already a Black person on the anchor desk. So we couldn't have two because there just can't be two Black people on the television at one time. I mean, it's completely ludicrous. One of my biggest pet peeves in life. I hate when I hear people say, oh, I'm colorblind. I don't see your color. I don't see race. No, that is not it. That's not the solution. I want you to see my race. I mean, I'm proud of the fact that I am a Black woman. I love who I am, just like you should love who you are. The solution is that you see my race. You see that I am different than you and that you appreciate it. We have to see our differences. That is where it has to start, is that we see each other's differences and we appreciate that we learn from each other. And that is, to me, is the only way that anything will ever change. And that's the only way that we'll ever continue to move forward.